Okay, in this video we're looking at a question from November 2014, paper 1, SL question, and it's a non-calculus question. So, first off, have a read of the question and understand that we've got to find out this area here. If you want to pause the video now, you can have a go at the question and I'll do the solution now. So I'm just going to make this a bit smaller, and I'm going to, this thing here, x squared plus 1, I want to integrate that to find the area. So I'm going to put this down to begin with, and this is going to get me a mark, I would imagine. So I'm going to x squared plus 1 dx, and I'm going to put the limits in here of 4 and 0. Now I have a problem. I can't integrate this straight away, so I have to find a method to integrate it, and that method is to use a substitution. Now you could choose to use the top as the substitution, and you should go through the process and work out if you make ux, this equation won't work, or this integration won't work. So I'm choosing u to be the bottom of the fraction. When I've chosen my substitution, I always differentiate it, 2x. Having done that, I make it dx equals. So those are always the steps I go through. Substitution, differentiate, make it dx equals. And when I make it dx equals, it becomes du divided by 2x. Now, over here, I'm going to put in my new integral sign. I'm going to show how it works. I've got the x here that I've got no idea, haven't used a substitution, but I've called the bottom u, and I've called this dx du by 2x. So I'm multiplying it by du by 2x. So let's make that a nice 2x. Now what will happen here is these x's will cancel out, and this will always happen when you use a substitution. And this 2 is a half, actually not a 2, it's going to come outside the bracket, and I'm left with du by u. Now I can integrate that very quickly, and I'll come back to that, but before I integrate that, I want to look at my substitution, and I want to look at these numbers and the limits here. Notice I haven't put any limits in. Well, because this 4 is attached to the x, it's not attached to the u, and I need to work out u numbers. So I'm going to take this 4 and put it into here. So x is 4, so when x is 4, u will be 17. 4 squared plus 1, u is 17. And I'm going to do the same for the 0. 0 squared plus 1, u will be 1. So now I've got two different limits, and I would encourage you to do this all the time because it usually makes it a little bit easier with the integration and the working out at the end. So this is 17, well, and this is 1. Okay. So now I'm going to integrate du over u. You can look it up in your formula booklet, but it's simply log u. I've got no need to go back and use x's. The limits are 17 and 1, and I've got this half outside, so this is a half log 17 take away log 1. Log 1 is 0, so I end up with a half of log 17. And that's my final answer. Remember, it's a non-calculator paper, so I have to finish it just there.